Ever wonder what a medium is? Not just the Instagram version that you see with a bunch of tarot cards and maybe some candles, but the sacred practice of mediumship, connecting to spirit. Hi boo, it's me, your medium bestie, the Death Fairy, certified death doula, and your spirit guide to the other side. Ding! So, I grew up Catholic and I was raised and taught to pray to my angels. They are guarding me, they are protecting me, they are always around me. And angels always felt like spirit guides to me. At least that's how they were presented. They were these loving spirit beings always around you, ready to support you, guide you when you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, and just helping you, here to protect us, especially as children. And I had this really beautiful picture that I would hang in my room of this one angel and these two little children on a bridge alone, very much Hansel and Gretel vibes. Anyways, I really loved that painting, and every time I saw it, I felt so good. Like, okay, my angels got my back, all's good, I am protected. Well, thanks to that, thanks to my mom and my grandparents and all my family for doing that, because that really set me up to have a strong spiritual connection and to really believe that we're not alone. We have these guides. You can call them angels, you can call them spirit loved ones, whatever they are, incarnate, bodiless beings that are here, benevolent, out of love, to protect you, to guide you, to soothe you, and to be around you. I lived in England when I was around 3 until 8 years old. And during that time, I just remember seeing Stonehenge, going to the Tower of London. And as a little kid, just knowing that they're haunted, that something else is out there, the difference between an angel spirit and a ghost spirit, right? Something that's not here to guide us, so to speak, but here just stuck. And at that young age, I really started to, in a way, self-study. And I thought everyone connected to spirit like this. I thought everyone was raised the same way, Catholic. They love their spirit guides. And it wasn't until I was a little older that I would see that not everyone talks about spirit the way I talked about spirit. And also, I used to play in the graveyard because, there's a bunch of cool tombstones there, and it felt very comforting and fun and kind of like exciting to hide amongst the tombstones and all that. So I just have all these really beautiful memories of how important spirit has always been in my life. Today, we are going deep. We are going to break down what mediumship really is. What's the difference between mediumship and psychic work? And how is mediumship healing? And how is it important to connect to your spirit loved ones? Common misconceptions. People think that a medium is somebody that reads tarot cards or some kind of witchy aesthetic or a parlor trick where they do fake things to make you believe that there are spirits out there, but they manifest in weird ways, like the rapping on the walls or the using the Ouija board, and it's like, if you're there, let yourself be known. All of these really silly things. And you're not wrong to believe that, because there are a lot of scammers, see my first video, out there that don't have your best intentions in mind. They are really out there giving mediums, a bad name. Why does this cause harm? People get scammed and misled, and their trust is broken, and they believe that, maybe I am all alone. Who's going to be out there for me? I am grieving my loved one, and here these people are trying to take my money and making me believe that they're around there, or that I'm cursed and I have to pay them a ton of money to remove the curse. I don't know. There's so many ways, so many misconceptions out there about mediumship, and it drives me crazy. During COVID, the whole time, everyone and their mom was a medium. And it's like, if you see the title, with mediumship, but were they really connecting to spirit the way I'm trying to explain now? I don't know. Mediumship is sacred. It deserves respect. It takes a lot of time and a lot of studying to finesse, right? I'm a born medium, but I still took many, many classes, and I did a lot to get to the level that I am now. Mediumship equals direct communication to spirit. The way I'm talking to you now, that's what I mean by direct communication, in a sense. Spirit, they don't have a body. They're not going to speak with their mouth. They're going to speak through pictures, through thought forms, ESP, that kind of thing. That's why when you see, like in the scary movies or this, the spooky movies, you'll see the medium is always like, oh, I got a vision. Because that's kind of what it is. Literally, it's like charades going on in my brain when I'm talking to spirit. It's cute and it's not cute at the same time. But, I'm not going to judge spirit. They're doing their best to come through and communicate. And that's why I have to work on translating it myself. I'm the one that's like studying, taking notes, understanding what spirit language is so that I can tell you exactly what they're saying. So to recap, mediumship is connecting with spirit loved ones, angels, guides, ancestors, those without body, basically energy beings, those who have our best intentions at heart. And yes, we can communicate with ghosts, those without a body who chose not to cross over to the spirit world and are here just like, haunting us. But I prefer not to, but I can tell you how to protect yourself against them. There's this really common saying, a medium is psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. And in the beginning, I kind of believed that. It's like, okay, not everyone's a medium. But the more I do spirit work, the more I realize we all can connect to spirit. And yes, some of us are lucky enough to or unlucky enough to be born with this naturally, a strong, sense of mediumship, but you can train yourself. Just like not everyone is going to be like a prima ballerina, but we can all take ballet classes and get good at it. It's kind of like this. Your psychic self, it's like working at a muscle. We all have psychic tendencies because we all have spirit and we can all feel energy. All of us can do it. That's a given. So we just have to tune that towards spirit communication to strengthen it and really get a grasp of what mediumship is, spirit communication. Messages come through with pictures, with smells, with taste. Sometimes it's kind of cool. With sensation, my spidey sense is tingling. My little arm hairs stand up or whatever. Any hair on your body can stand up. Let's see if I'm missing anything. With hearing, disembodied voices, kind of creepy and fun. And by seeing things, some people can literally see an apparition and some people see it in here. I'm one of these people. Rare is it that I see the apparition there, but I do sometimes. Spirit communication is a relationship. It's not just like, hey, yo, come through. I want to talk to you. Because if your friend kept asking you for favors and you never hung out with them, you never, were friendly to them in that sense, like you didn't give them the time of day, but you're always asking favors from them, they're not going to want to come through. They're not going to want to be your friend anymore. Kind of the same way with spirit communication. You want to create a relationship with them. You want to let them know that you care about them because they care about you. And you want it to be mutual, right? It's not a one-sided relationship. It's two ways. Just like any loving relationship would be, a partnership, this is what you want to build with your spirit team. And there are ethics. We don't do drive-by readings. I'm not going to be like, you person at Walmart, your father came through and told me not to, told me to tell you not to get that milk or whatever. That's not cool because not everybody believes in spirit. You don't want to freak people out. You don't want to, just do drive-by readings when somebody's not ready for that. If somebody wants a reading, they can come to me or they can come to you if you're a medium. Don't just go out there and be like, hey, this is what, your mom is saying. That's scary. That's kind of out of the blue. And it's kind of crossing a boundary that you don't really want to cross, It's like, what if they're not ready to hear, don't get the milk? For whatever reason, just don't go there. This is what you learn when you train to become a medium. The ethics of mediumship, the sacredness of mediumship. We are dealing with people who are grieving. People have lost parents, grandparents, children. People have lost children. Do you know what that feels like? That is like the hardest of the hardest sensations, in my opinion. And for somebody to not be authentic, to take advantage of somebody who's grieving a loved one that close, right? As a mother, if you created that little baby and then that baby's gone, that is tough. So that's what really gets me upset about fake mediums out there, or people who just use mediumship lightly when they're not doing the work, right? You can channel. Let's channel spirit all day long. This is intuition that we are bringing through, and all of us are just natural channelers, and you can strengthen that. But can you have a conversation with that presence? If not, let's think about the title you use. Like, don't go around calling yourself a medium, because you're going to get this person who's really grieving, who really needs a message, who really needs to connect, and you're just BSing them. Not cool. That's cruel. That's so cruel. Be nice, be kind out there. Mediumship is healing, but not because of the medium. The medium is not like, blessing you or anything. If somebody says that it's them healing you, I'm gonna roll my eyes. I mean, yeah, cool, own it, fine. You can be a healer. But when it comes to mediumship, I'm a vessel. I'm a translator. I used to live in Japan, and you get those people who can speak Japanese and English, and they simultaneously connect the two parties, right, together. That's what I'm doing. I'm connecting spirit to physical. That's it. So I'm not taking credit for all the healing that comes through the energy that I'm allowing to come through. And that can be a channel. Like, I'm opening up, letting spirit speak through me and channel through to you, right? So, for example, let's say I'm connecting you to your grandma. I'm just going to open up the spirit. And a lot of times when they come through, you can feel it. Even if we're doing it online, because that's the only way I work right now. I do most of these online. Even if we're doing it online over the phone, it does not matter. Spirit is everywhere all at once. And you can feel their presence. You can get that calm, loving sensation just through a mediumship session. And it's really nice. It's really beautiful. I get it too, which is what I love about mediumship, is that I'm bringing through all these people's loved ones, and then I'm getting so much beautiful, calming, loving energy each time. My heart feels so full. I'm always like, maybe that's why I'm so young still. I wish. I'm 41, 2, around there. It's because I'm a fairy. Anyways, I digress. Times that I have felt supported by spirits are always when I'm feeling the lowest. I am so sad, so upset, so scared, all of the above, right? And then spirit will always find a way to come through, whether that is through a spirit sign, like showing me something funny, like a Scooby-Doo lunchbox, when I've been thinking about Scooby-Doo all day long, or playing a song on the radio that I just needed to hear the lyrics to. There's this one time when my son, my middle child, he had a crazy high fever, and I was freaking out and like panicking, and I had to drive him to the hospital, the ER. And I had my other son, I forgot if you came with, I think he did come with me. So I was, overwhelmed. And as I'm driving down, the radio started playing the craziest, silliest songs, like Don't Stop Believing. It was blaring on when I turned on the radio. And I was like, haha, okay. And then the Bon Jovi song, Oh, We're Halfway There, oh, Living on a Prayer, came on right after that. And I was just like, oh my God, spirit, stop trolling me. And then they played another song when I got there, and it was just like, looks like we made it, or something like that. And it was just really silly, but super synced to my entire drive over to the ER. And it calmed me down. It's like, okay, spirit's there. They're like, hey, you're making a way bigger deal than it has to be. That's a really cute spirit connection story that I wanted to share. My first mediumship session, I was still practicing as a official medium, right? So I was reading for a family friend who just lost their motherly figure in their life. And that loved one came through to me so strong. I was at the time trance channeling, and channel is when you're inspired by spirit, and sometimes you speak what they're saying, or you can just translate like without being cognizant of what you're saying. You're just like, oh, you say something, or you're in kind of like a mini trance. In a sense, I feel like, oh, okay, I'm making this too complicated. When you channel, you are inspired by spirit to say something that is not really coming from you, but coming from them. When I did this first mediumship reading, I totally allowed the motherly figure to step into my body completely and take over. And I was still new, so I was really freaked out because all the things they were saying, the way they were moving, making me move, it was pretty freaky, and I was not comfortable. And they lingered inside of my energy for a very long time, at least 20 minutes. So after that session, like, I already made boundaries. Like, okay, that was cool, but I don't want to do that again. And I call that trance mediumship, when you let spirit get so close that they blend with you and they kind of become you. And that's like, you can see a really good example of that in Ghost. So Whoopi Goldberg, she's a medium. She would be like a trance medium where she lets like Patrick Stewart take over her body and, you know, kiss his girlfriend or wife, or I don't know what they were. So that was pretty cool. Let's go over some myths about mediums. Myth number 1, mediums can see ghosts. Some can, but not all of them. And it sucks because you think you have to see a ghost to be a good medium. No. Again, seeing with your eyes is cool. It's great and scary at the same time. And a lot of people have that ability, but not all of us do. Most mediums see with their inner vision, and that means seeing things like a movie playing inside of their mind, or pictures or thoughts will pop up in their mind, and they'll literally, it's like they're seeing it, but not physically this way. They're seeing it mentally. And seeing is seeing, feeling is feeling. If we can get over that, like, oh, you have to physically see something in order for it to be real, then you're like boxing yourself in. You know, physically seeing is only this much. Ask a blind person. That's not what the world is about, physically seeing something. We see things through touch, through smells, through emotions, through little sensations. That's how we see, that's how we perceive, right? That is so important. Don't forget that when you're doing your mediumship work, when you're studying about spirit communication. Don't negate the subtle sensations. You are a sensual being here in this physical world. Be all physical. Embrace that, you know? Myth number 2, you have to be special or born with it. It's not Maybelline. It's not. Some people are born with it. Yes, I am. But you can train it. You really can. I have trained people to connect to spirit on their own many times in my sessions. And it's not like they were like, oh, I've always seen spirits. No. People who can do this are people who are curious already, who are already open to the spirit world. They're just like, oh, what else is out there? Those people, really easy to connect because they're already open to it. You have a spirit, they are a spirit, you just connect. Myth number 3, spirits are scary. Yes, in Hollywood, spirits are freaky. Why? Because they play on what's scary to you. We have monotheism right now. Most people are monotheistic, so they are scared of demons, devils, oni, jinn. We can go on and on of the many names that these, negative entities have. And that's because we are taught there is good, there is evil, and there's nothing in between. And if you do not do what I say, then you will do evil things, and you won't even get to go to the spirit world when you pass, or to heaven. You'll go to the negative place, right? They give you all of these misconceptions of the afterlife. And so, yeah, if you believe that stuff, it is scary. But do you believe that stuff? I don't. I proof every time I connect to spirit. No, you can connect to negative entities if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend that. That's horrible for your body, for your sanity. Do you want to be somebody's lunch? Because that's what's going to happen. That little entity is going to go whoop, like a little vampire, go and eat you all up. I am not your buffet. No. Mediumship is sacred. It is so important for our soul, for our spirit, because all we're doing is connecting to our loved ones, aka our energy connects to love, to our creator, right? Our creator, whatever you want to call it, God, source, anything, Allah. Our creator made us, right? We are all energy beings with a physical body, and then the body dies, but then the energy is still there. So our energy connects to that energy, and we feel whole. It's like, oh yeah, my loved one's here, my loved one's there. Like, they're not dead. They're kind of dead, but they're still here. I still have a connection with them. So knowing this, we can see why our ancestors held like spirit communication so sacredly. We lost it. Again, I'm so sorry, monotheism came along and it's like, that's not how you connect. No. only like priests or like skilled people or special people can do this. No. I mean, watch anything with old teachings, right? Or read anything. The old ways, they're all about how important spirit communication is, how we honor those in spirit. We see them as stars, we see them around us, we see them guiding us and, helping us. And when we pass, if you believe in reincarnation, I do. When you die, when your body is dead, you go into the spirit world, you reunite with all your spirit loved ones and come back and do it all over again. It's cool, and it's sacred, and it's beautiful, and it's empowering. Spirits are not here to scare you, although sometimes it's kind of fun. Let them have that. I mean, you'll get to do that too. I know I want to haunt some people when I die. Why not? But in reality, right? Spirit is just loved ones saying, hey, I'm still here. Don't forget me. Light a candle for me. They love that. Go light a candle. Go play your favorite music that reminds you of them. Go light some incense if that helps you connect. Or go eat their favorite foods and go to their gravesite. Leave them flowers. If you don't want to go to the gravesite, put flowers on a table in your house somewhere. Just connect and remember them and just let them know, whether that's in your head or verbally, however you wanted to do it. Just let them know they're not forgotten. They are very much missed, they're very much thought about, and they're very much alive. Because they are. It's nice, right? Again, this is a relationship. The relationship doesn't end because they don't have a body. The relationship ends if you choose to let it go. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Okay. Mediumship has taught me so much about my voice, about my purpose. I really feel that this is my calling, and this is why I'm here, to help you connect to love, to loved ones. So if you'd like some help on connecting to your loved ones, click on the link down below and I can guide you into healing with them, connecting with them, speaking with them. And them doesn't have to be, grandma, grandpa. It can be your guide, which in my opinion is sometimes more helpful sometimes, because these are the ones who are going to guide you on your soul's path, right? On the choices that you want to make here on this earth plane. It's like, oh, well, I came here to learn this. Spirit guides are great for that. They're really helpful. Let me help you. If you found this helpful, please please subscribe, leave a comment down below saying how helpful this has been or any spirit story you might have. And if you want to continue to be spirit-led, watch this video. Spirit is calling. Will you answer the call? Ding!